is Reagan, and today I'm here to give you my February TBR. February, the month of love, the month of Black History Month, the month of the shortest month of the year. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into the video. So the first book I plan on reading this month is a book I've actually already finished, and that is My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. This is a historical fiction, heavy emphasis on the fiction, kind of with some fantasy elements. It follows a little known historical moment where a woman called Lady Jane Grey was on the throne for 9 days before she was beheaded. However, this story kind of takes that tale, turns it to a whole new direction, adds some magical elements involving animal transformation. It's definitely a lot of fun. It has a humorous narrated style. The characters are really witty. I'll go more into this in my wrap up, but yeah, this was my first book. And the next book that's on my list is a carryover from last month, and that is Americanah by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and this is a coming-of-age story following an immigrant from Nigeria as she moves to America and kind of faces the experience of what being Black feels like in America. I've heard fantastic things about this book. I've heard fantastic things about this author. In fact, I'm kind of obsessed with her. I also feel like this novel is a timely one to read, especially with not only what's going on in America right now, but it is February, and I just really want to continue to strive to read more diversely, and I'm just excited to have this. The next book I'm going to talk about is the Peruse-topia Book Club Pick of the Month for the month of February, and this month we're working with Keymaster Press, and I am so excited about this book because it has fantastic ratings for what I've seen so far, and that is The Alchemist of Loom by Elise Kova. This is a dual perspective fantasy novel following our main character Ari, who is like a clockwork engineer. She's very renowned for her skills, but she's also uses her skills for not the best things. She lives and contributes to this kind of underground black market where she sells organs. And our next main character is Chevra, and he will do anything to help his sister usurp the Dragon King's throne. These two characters' lives cross paths. I'm really excited about this. I always love having a character with kind of questionable morals, and kind of a dark fantasy setting is always something I think is cool, and I'm pretty sure this novel has some steampunk elements with the whole clockwork engineering machinery element, which I think is really exciting. So I'm really excited to get to this book this February and talk to you guys more about it throughout the month. The next book I want to read is definitely inspired by the fact that I've been really good, at least last month, on finishing a series or continuing series that I've been meaning to for a while, and that is A Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. This is a YA Roman-inspired fantasy series that is another dual perspective fantasy series. The first book to this series is Ember in the Ashes. It involves our main characters Leia and Elias. This is set in a Roman-inspired fantasy world where the Empire is incredibly oppressive, very much based around military, and is very violent. Elias is this academy and the school in the town's like finest soldier, basically bred and taught to be the king and the emperor's executioner. Leia is a slave, and her family has been very much hindered by this empire, and she wants to join the rebellion. Their lives cross paths. It's very fast-paced and dramatic, and I left on a cliffhanger, and I'm really excited to continue on with the second book. And the last book I really want to get to is Wind Witch by Susan Dennard. This just came out, and this is the sequel to the Witchland series, and this is another YA fantasy series. I really like fantasy, following two main characters who are BFFs. They both have magical powers. This is a fantasy world where people with magical powers are witches, and there's different types. One of our main characters is a truth witch, meaning she can tell if people are lying, and another can see the threads of people's lives and existence to see how they're connected, and together they go on an adventure, they get in trouble. The friendship and the romance in this is top notch. I can't wait to continue on. I'm a huge fan of this book series. It's just so great. Guys, that is my February TBR. Let me know down below some books you're wanting to get to this month, as I would love to know, and I will see you soon with another video soon. Goodbye!